As we all know, Kuma live shows anything can happen. It is with that thought in mind that we bring to you Zimbabwean musicians' most embarrassing moments on stage. In terms of saving face, 2024 hasn't been a good year for Holy 10, as he has had quite a number of embarrassing moments on stage. His problems probably began in March this year when he was pelted with missiles, causing him to run off the stage in Shawani. As if this wasn't enough, the fans followed him outside the club where they physically attacked him and he escaped with a few bruises. A month later in April, a similar incident occurred in Johannesburg, but this one really wasn't his fault. On this one, the show was cancelled just before Holy 10 could perform at the Newtown Music Factory in Johannesburg. The fans responded by throwing bottles on stage. And then a few weeks later in May, he was also forced off the stage at the Miss Nast beauty pageant, where he tried to interrupt St. Flo's performance, which resulted in him being booed off and embarrassed off the stage by the fans. In August this year, he also had to take another walk of shame when he was booed off at the Unplugged Coca-Cola Food Festival. In a true Holy 10 fashion, he decided to diss Fourth JT unprovoked, but the fans were not having it and they embarrassed him off the stage. As if all this wasn't enough, last month he decided to do a surprise appearance at the Cup Clash, but unfortunately he ended up being the surprised one when he fell off the stage. In 2020, Jammaster had a momentary lapse of judgment, which resulted in him embarrassing himself as well as the symptoms of fraternity. Problems began when one of the fans somehow got on stage and started dancing along with Jammaster, but he wasn't having it, so he unleashed a flying kick, which sent the fans stumbling and falling off the stage. The media backlash that followed was just a circus. There was so much outcry that the ashamed Jammaster ended up apologizing to the fans. Even the most loved and respected artist in Zimbabwe, Winky D, has had his fair share of embarrassment on the stage. In December 2018, Winky D couldn't even perform in Kwekwe after the fans turned violent and started pelting the stage with beer bottles and cans. Fast forward 5 years later, in March 2023, Winky D was hit on the head by a flying bottle after the Zimbabwe Republic Police disrupted his performance. Maggz also did one for himself. At the 2023 Zimfest, Holy 10 gave him some money for safekeeping on the stage, but he threw it back into the crowd. There was a moment of confusion, then embarrassment, as he realized kuti abaiza. In December 2023, Silent Killer was embarrassed after he attempted to disrupt Say Colors on stage at the National Cup Clash at the City Sports Center in Harare. Because these two somewhat have beef, Silent Killer refused to get off the stage when it was Say Colors' turn to perform, which resulted in Silent Killer being manhandled off the stage by bouncers. In May 2024, Trevor Dongo had a very embarrassing album launch. When he launched his 7th and latest album, Seasons, at the Longchen Amusement Park, people gave him a cold shoulder and simply decided not to attend. It was a big flop. As a bonus, this one did not happen on stage, but you remember in 2017, prayzah was once embarrassed at the funeral of one of his band members, where he was attacked at the Glen Forest Memorial Park and he left the cemetery running for dear life. That brings us to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment.